Harbaugh now heads to the Los Angeles Chargers.
He wins everywhere. He wins, period.
Justin Herbert, he's a crown jewel.
Well, you guys better enjoy this.
Quick snap, Herbert to throw. Has a man, touchdown!
The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin.
Herbert on the move and throws and touchdown.
I was just trying to show off.
We're going to be known as world champions. And we're going to do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than that?
What up, folks? Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Will Dog, sitting with my buddy, Kev Huggin Duggan.
What's up, friendos?
And my other buddy, Kyle the Coach Duggan.
Kevin, why you seem a little down?
Because the Chiefs just won. I don't know how they did it. They did it again, and I don't know. I never watched Chiefs games, but I watched it, and it made me feel bad. Like I became a Buccaneers fan, and then my whole night was ruined.
They had it.
We are a Charger podcast, not a Chief podcast, but that Patrick Mahomes carried off the field to just instantly come right back on.
A big toe.
It's exactly what we expect.
An incredible baby.
I think it's an ingrown nail, guys.
Control.
I might be out.
I need two guys to carry me off, and then as soon as we come back from commercial, I'm going to be jogging on the sideline.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that.
Yeah.
Dude, my flag football kids would have been benched so hard if they pull that crap. This guy's in the NFL making millions of dollars just being a baby all over TV.
Yeah.
God,
Stupid
what a
baby.
joke.
They're not going to lose this season, but except for
fine.
us. But
We'll beat them in the playoffs, and that's all
There you
that'll
go.
matter.
That will be all that matters. But we're not here to talk about the Chiefs. We're here to talk about the Chargers, dagnabbit.
Yeah, buddy.
The Chargers just walked away with a win as well. And boy, it was pretty handed. We got tons of stuff to talk to you folks about. We got a fresh, hot off the market Brisket A-Broad segment
Hot.
and a beefy Ask Boltfam. So let's waste no time and start at the top. Just kind of talk about this game one more time. We kind of got most of our feelings out there on the instant reaction, but really looking back on this, I could see myself being a little ticky-tacky, a little nitpicky, if you will. But looking at this, it's just like, dude, we beat 27, from all intents and purposes, 27-3. It ended up being 27-10 because of a garbage TD, but we shellacked these guys. Let's be honest here.
Dominant performance.
Yeah, I mean,
I went back and watched the whole game this morning because I didn't get to watch it all. I was at work during the game, so I didn't get to watch it all live. And we did the instant reaction with me only seeing little tidbits.
right.
And now that I've watched it all back, your guys' like nitpicky of the interior offensive line is valid.
Okay, thank you.
It's definitely there's concern.
Validation.
And I feel like it's because there was just so many droughts. There's just like the whole third quarter we did nothing.
Yeah.
We had like 5 yards of offense in the third quarter. And I'm not going to blame that on play calling. I'm not going to blame it on this, that. And it just seems like we couldn't get that one play to get one first down and kind of get a drive going.
Mm-hmm.
But there was just constant pressure up the middle in Justin's face the entire game.
Got sacked 6 times. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's not all interior. Myles Garrett was beating up Rashawn Slater and
Joe Alt.
Joe Alt. So they were all getting beat a little bit, but that interior just, it feels like it's now become a consistently leaky spot that Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater, the other 7 games this year have been all pro. So those, I'm not going to say that's
Very
an
nice.
issue. That's just Myles Garrett. So that's the other thing that sucks for an offensive lineman. Justin Herbert threw the ball 27 times. So he had 27 dropbacks. Myles Garrett beat Rashawn Slater twice. Really bad, but that means 25 times they stopped him. That's a pretty good ratio.
Good ratio,
For a guy like that.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. I do think that though the interior of the offensive line is a little bit sketchy. It's like not like I don't have like a ton of confidence that I could say, yeah, we're gonna go up there and beat up anyone. And I think we saw that when we played the Chiefs. Their interior pass rush got after us too.
Yeah.
They just stunt and twist and get all over our guards and center. It's just, we mentioned it in the instant reaction. It's just, they got to do something. Like if I'm our GM, I'm looking at everyone's talking about trades. Everyone's talking about tight ends and all this stuff. Like that's not a need right now, in my opinion. It's a guard. I really feel like a guard is what we need to shore this up so we can really make a deep run.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes the absolute sense, but it's that deadline is tomorrow or today. Actually,
when this comes
the
out,
day that you are listening to this is the deadline for the trade. So if anything happens, of course, per usual. Charger
We gotta
chat.
change our schedule here, boys.
Something will happen, but we'll talk about it on Friday. We'll have something to celebrate, if we will. But who knows? They might just stick with the horses they got. Herbert had an amazing game. J.K. Dobbins back to form, 85 yards, 2 tutties, looked great. And Quentin Johnston, man, coming back. I'm glad he took that extra week off, where he was like, I could come back, but let me just give me one more week, coach. Because, man, 4 receptions, 118 yards and a touchdown, looking great.
It's nice not hearing people complain about him because I knew he was going to be good. I bought his jersey for GD Whiz, you know what I mean? Like I went all in on him, and it's just
the
nice
good one too, not like the screen print.
No, I didn't
AliExpress jersey.
Didn't mess around with that one. So I'm so happy for him that he's excelling and looking like a first round wide receiver at this point.
Yeah.
So after the last 2 weeks, Lad McConkey went off, QJ goes off. Is wide receiver 1 still like worthy of giving up a 3rd, 4th round pick for at the trade deadline?
It's hard to say because you're looking at the last 2 teams we played are the Saints and the Browns, and their defenses and what they, it's hard to say. Like, I don't think I'm qualified enough to be like, no, we're good. We're golden. Everything's fine because we got some better defenses we're about to face here pretty soon. And would it be nice to have a Mike Williams? Oh, yeah. Would it be nice to have some of these guys that are getting floated around on some of these teams that are full on dumpster fires at this point and are going to sell players because there's no reason for them to be on that team. So we'll see. And then look and see what the Chiefs just did, with their new pickup with Hopkins, and he basically won that game for him.
Yeah.
So there's something to be said for, Justin being as good as he is. If he got one extra piece, what could that mean? Because I don't know. I don't know what's up with Chark. I don't know what's happening with Chark, dude. Like the fact that he got like activated and then didn't play, I was like,
healthy inactive. Yeah.
God.
Mm-hmm. Like, did we ever even get details about what his injury is?
I'm sure we did.
I don't remember.
But it's been so long. Yeah, it was
just working. I think it was back in the he's working through something phase where that's all we heard.
Yeah.
I think it was
Popper was
then,
pressing too hard that day, and we never actually got a real answer.
It's like, I was going to tell you, but you asked one too many times, Popper. That's it. Now you all get to suffer because of Popper.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I have to think about it is, if we don't get a wide receiver, am I going to be upset? No. If we don't get a tight end, am I going to be upset? No. If we don't get a guard, am I going to be upset? No. Because of all of the factors that you guys have already talked about, like the cost of getting some of these guys, like a guard's not going to be cheap. Like, yeah, you're giving up a 3rd, but you're also going to have to pay the guy as well. And guards they're not cheap. And same thing goes for a wide receiver that's proven in the NFL. This isn't somebody that is like a rookie.
We don't need
deal.
just another guy.
Yeah.
You're trying to pay for a number 1. That's what you're trying to do.
Exactly. So I'm going to be fine with it either way. But hey, crazy things might happen because if anybody's turning this team around, it's Jim Harbaugh right now, because we just saw a graphic from CBS Sports of Jim Harbaugh turning teams around like the 49ers, the Michigan team. And right now with the Chargers, 49ers were 6-10, and the record was their record prior to getting Jim Harbaugh. Next year, 13-3. Michigan previously 5-7. Next year they get Jim Harbaugh, they go 10-3. Our season last year 5-12. Womp womp. But this year so far we're already 5-3 with Mr. Harbaugh.
Do you see it? Do you see a commonality here? He doesn't lose more than 3 games.
Yeah.
So are we?
He doesn't have losing seasons. Period.
Is this the beginning of a huge run?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
The math.
Yeah.
Yep.
The math is mathing.
Yeah. 3. Still correct.
Well, so much so that the NFL as a whole decided that the Chargers need to have another primetime game. So November 17th against the Bengals at home in SoFi. There's another home SoFi primetime game, Sunday Night Football with the Chargers.
Rad.
So happy for that. That's going to be a blast.
So we got back-to-back home primetime games.
Yeah.
So we go straight from this into the Ravens on Monday night.
Yeah.
This is going to warm.
Who's going to that game? Who's going to the Bengals game?
Oh, I'm going to the Bengals game.
There you go.
Yeah, me, my wife, and little Franklin.
You get to go to back-to-back primetime games.
I'm so excited.
Hey, this is good because they can be warmed up for their second. Like they're not. It's going to be primetime SoFi.
Yeah.
Get that second game in a row. That's good. That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
they get all the
nice.
the excitement, primetime at home. They get that out of their system. so they can just come ready to rock and roll. No distractions against the Ravens.
Right. Because originally the Sunday night game was the Colts and the Jets, and ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, no one
It's
wants
not bringing
that.
in the numbers. I'm sorry. Looking over at Twitter, Chris Rim tweeting out the Chargers have allowed the third fewest points per game by any team through 8 games in the last 15 seasons. The other in the top 4 made the playoffs and won at least 11 games. It's Jesse Minter and we deep. We got a deep ass team. Quoted Derwin James.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
awesome.
It's like we talked about in the instant reaction. It just feels weird
I
to
gotta
have
look
a
up
defense
what
like this.
I got to look up what the updated points allowed.
It's 12.6, I think.
12.6. There you
Yeah.
go. 12.6 points per game. Manischewitz. That's crazy to go from the defense we were last year to now just giving up the least amount of points. That
Yeah.
I mean, we've definitely picked up some guys, but like I don't feel like the defense is all that different. Do you?
No, we picked. I don't know. If you look at it, who's starting right now, the secondary is almost completely different.
And the
The
interior
linebackers
of
are
the
totally
offensive
different.
line.
Like it's pretty. Actually, now that I think about it, it's pretty much all different. Like you think about
Joey
Tart,
Bosa, Derwin
Puna Ford,
James,
yeah,
and Khalil Mack. Those guys are the
Down
consistent.
Headley,
but he didn't play last year.
I guess.
It was
It's
Kenneth Murray
a
and-
completely different defense. I get where you were going with that, and I wanted to totally get on board with that.
but
that
then you
sentiment.
look position to
It didn't
position.
feel like it, but yeah.
Like Asante's gone. All of our cornerbacks are gone. Like we have brand new corners that are
Right.
our 6th-round picks or 5th-round picks that are killing it. I can't remember which round they were.
They're both
but
fifth rounders. Yeah.
Fifth and
5th rounders.
sixth,
Yeah, like they have rebuilt this thing in such an insanely cool way, especially for the defense, and using the guys you have. Granted, we're not getting to see Joey Bosa very much, but you're seeing, Thule step up, Bud Dupree's playing well, Khalil Mack being Khalil Mack, like that the line is there. The nose tackles are different. Morgan Fox is there. And then the secondary is like 80% different.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just cool. I'm just so glad that everything's, and even like somebody made a really cool point, like Eli Apple was out there and it was as if he wasn't playing his first game with the Chargers. Like they're so cohesive and they're working together so well. They're communicating so well that you can plug somebody in and there's really not a fall off, which is crazy.
Yeah, the depth for the defense has really proven how important that they are and how everybody's just in tune. Like you said, with everything that's going on, that like you can have somebody come up and not be like, wait, am I supposed to there's no confusion. Everybody is dialed in and like Derwin James said, we a deep ass team. So,
We deep ass team, baby.
looking at some other quotes here, Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. This is my own personal ranking. I always consider myself the toughest quarterback in the NFL, being around Justin Herbert. I've moved to number 2 on the rankings. So Justin Herbert is the toughest quarterback in the history of the NFL. God willing, and the creek don't rise, he'll be the last quarterback I ever coach.
I love that kind
That
of
was, I read that, and that gave me like goosebumps. Like, whoa.
Well, he's committed because he said he's going to coach till he dies. So I don't know what this means or how long he expects Justin to play, but I'm here for it. I'll take a 40-year-old Justin still slinging it with an 80-year-old Harbaugh or whatever he is. That sounds good to
That
me.
gives us another 15 years of Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh.
What a great 15 years that will be.
Dude,
and then
all of our kids will be grown. My baby will be driving by the
we'll
time
have a whole
Jim
section
Harbaugh.
in SoFi Stadium of just Duggins and
It'll be
and
the
me.
most expensive season tickets ever purchased. A whole row.
Yeah. And what a fun time we'll all have. All of them will be drunk.
All of them.
And then on Herbert not getting roughing the passer calls, Harbaugh said, does it sound like I'm complaining? Maybe I could be. I think he doesn't get some of those calls when they should be called. That's not Justin Herbert, maybe a lesser man. I've never seen him flinch one time, no matter what. He'll come back to the next play like it didn't happen. Harbaugh also pointed out another play in Sunday's win when Herbert completed a 10-yard pass to Ladd McConkey in the second quarter and was driven into the ground just after he released the ball. Said, it's called most times, body weight on top of the quarterback. It's incredible. It's almost Shaq-like.
Well, and there was another thing that was interesting up here with Jim Harbaugh on if Herbert should complain to the refs more for the calls. And he said, oh, that's not Justin Herbert. Maybe a lesser man would do that. And that's
You know who that lesser man is? Patrick
what?
Mahomes.
Oh, I have an idea. Yeah. But man, he hit me hard.
Because you see it in every single mic'd up of Patrick Mahomes ever of him going and whining to the referees
he
every time
hurt me.
gets touched.
Yeah.
Hi ho, he used his full body weight.
No, that's not the Herbert way. He's humble. 2, he doesn't complain. 3, he fights through it.
Yeah.
4, he's amazing. 5, he's got great hair.
But maybe if he did complain, he would get more of the calls because Patrick Mahomes gets a lot of those calls and he complains a lot.
Yeah.
But do you want him to complain?
I don't
more?
want that quarterback. I don't want that
him to
quarterback
complain,
at
but I
all.
want the calls.
I want the
Can I
calls,
have
but I don't
both?
want that guy.
Yeah.
No,
he should be
he's-
rewarded for his character. But he's
He
not.
should. He absolutely should. I can't disagree with that. But well, folks, you could be rewarded with some money if you go over to our sponsor this week, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is the best place to cash in on all your takes this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones are ice cold? Make your entries in just a few taps and turn your sports opinions into real money. Like Red Zone Rush, a game you won't find anywhere else. Just pick whether or not a player will score a touchdown by swiping right for yes, left for no. Simple as that. Plus, your entry will be automatically boosted and you'll get a 51% profit boost when you play. You can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats like passing yards, interceptions, touchdowns, and much more. Underdog is the best place to play, champions. So sign up and deposit now using promo code CCHAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Now, last time, Kyle was just asking blindly to me and Kevin, higher or lower?
Yep.
Are we doing it again? Are we running it back? Because I think we hit it, right?
We did.
Oh, we definitely
we did hit it.
Let's go.
We definitely hit it.
Hey.
Yeah.
We did. We ran. Who was it? We did the Boise State San Diego State game.
That's right.
And it was
Perfect.
Maddox Madsen higher yards, Ashton Jeanty lower rushing yards, and Daniel O'Neill lower. Hit all of them. We also did
Loved it.
Kevin special.
on the. We did it on the Sunday game. Yeah, the
It was a
Chargers.
Kevin
We got
special.
Jameis
Oh, right,
Winston lower on passing touchdowns. J.K. Dobbins higher on rushing yards, and Justin Herbert higher on passing yards. Hit all of them.
Beauty.
So we're up.
2 in a row.
We're let's go for the
up for now.
turkey.
Yeah. So what are we doing? What are we doing
Do
this
a
week?
hat trick.
Let's see if we can make it 3 in a row here. I'm trying to get it pulled up. So Thursday night game is Bengals Ravens.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pick the categories, and as I go through, you just give me a higher or lower. You don't know what category, what player.
Okay.
You're just gonna tell me higher or lower. Okay, ready
Okay.
on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Higher.
Lower.
Okay, I'll go to the next category. Higher or lower. 1, 2, 3.
Lower.
Okay. Next category. Next player. Higher or lower. 1, 2, 3.
Higher.
Lower.
Okay, next category. 1, 2.
How many
3.
categories?
Higher.
Higher,
So
sure.
if you guys okay, higher. If you guys disagree, then I move on to another category of the same player.
Oh,
'cause
I
each
see what you're
player
doing.
has several
Okay.
different stat lines.
I see.
All
Okay.
right, so last one.
Okay.
Higher or lower? 1, 2, 3.
Lower.
Lower.
Okay.
You would lower. You would low for everything.
This low that last lower is gonna get us, boys. I don't
You
like
think
that
so?
last lower. but-
Ah.
All right. So we
It's all
ended
right.
up going with Joe Burrow lower than 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Oh, wow.
Lamar Jackson higher than 286 yards passing and rushing combined.
Oh,
I can
that's
see
easy.
that.
And
yeah.
Derrick Henry lower than 0.5 touchdowns. So he's not going to score.
All right. Well,
Hey,
hey, these are the
roll with.
rules we made. This is the bet we're
Bold strategy,
sleeping in.
Cotton. We'll see if it pays off.
Yeah.
Those are the rules.
So download the app today, folks, and use code CCHAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Must be 18 or over 19 for Alabama, Nebraska, over 19 in Colorado for some games, and over 21 in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. That's 1-800-639-8783, or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NY, or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. And after you're done making your mystery picks, you can head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat. Check out all the fun, silly stuff we got going on over there. We just had a great hangout with the special
It's
tens.
pretty fun.
It was a blast. Kevin
Yeah.
was driving, and apparently the kids were popping in. No
was out of
seatbelts were
control.
worn. It was a great time had by all. That's patreon.com/chargerchat. But if you don't want to go over there, it's totally fine. Going over to our regular website, chargerchat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. You can chat it up with other Charger Chatty tiers in the member section and ask questions and ask Boltfam. So go check out chargerchat.com. All right. It has been a hot minute since we have seen these lovely ladies. And
Before we go to it, can we wish a very special one of them?
Yes.
Our friend, Heather. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Heather.
Happy birthday to you. Hey.
Yeah, being there for another birthday win. It's a great time to be alive with the Brisket Broads. So let's turn it on over to the Brisket Broads.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, there's no place they wouldn't try to hang out with Justin and his squad. Get ready to hear their positive thoughts. It's time for Brisket A-Broad. This smells like sweet victory. Smell that, Justin. We won! We did it! A big fat W. For my big fat birthday. We are 3-0 with this sign with right
Big Justin.
here. Atlanta. The Jets. And now the Browns. 3 years in a row.
So we're going to have at least one win next year. As long as Heather goes to her birthday game.
Anyways. Hi!
Kevin.
Kyle.
Adam.
We miss you guys so much. And we're so glad to be doing a Brisket A-Broads so we can pretend to be talking to you. Because we got a lot of great things to tell you about.
It was a good day.
I always get a little nervous before the Brisket A-Broads because I worry that maybe nothing funny will happen. Like maybe it's going to be boring or maybe we're going to be boring. And you guys will just be like, I don't know, that wasn't that good. But luckily, the Lord shined his face upon us. His favor was on us. And there was a lot of not boring things that happened today.
Like the opposite of boring.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit too many not boring things. I don't know how long you guys want this segment to be, but it's going to be pretty long. So buckle up. Say hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts.
I don't know if we should keep just like holding these.
The first not boring thing happened before we even got on the plane.
There's Daniel Popper. Oh my gosh, we should give him fresh cuts.
That was Daniel Popper. We did say hi to him, but we didn't film it. But we're going to show you this clip of us saying that exact same sentence, but we're showing it to you mostly because of this woman behind us. We said hi to him, but we didn't record it.
Yeah. He seemed really excited to see us, though. Where'd he go?
She was so happy for us.
I know. Do we know her?
I've never seen that woman before in my life.
But don't worry. We got a second chance to film us talking to Pop.
And we took it.
Because sometimes you only get 2 chances, 2 opportunities to seize everything you've ever wanted in 2 moments.
Oh my gosh, there he comes. Daniel Popper, can we get an injury update? Who do you think's going to win?
Working through something. Who do you guys think's going to win?
The Chargers.
Any reasons for that?
Because, like, they're the best.
Next time, we're going to ask the lady sitting next to us if she wouldn't mind switching seats with Daniel Popper so we can just talk football with him for the entire flight. But, you know, baby steps. For your third opportunity, your third shot, we'll seize everything you ever had.
We're going to seize everything you've had. So give us all your money.
We look like clowns.
We're not.
We're not. We're ladies.
By the way, for this game, we flew from LA to Cleveland because that's where the game was.
This was actually our second time in Cleveland. We went to the Browns-Chargers game 2 years ago.
And Cleveland's not so bad.
We'd even go to the Drew Carey show.
I didn't. I had no idea what Heather was talking about. So after finding all the Cleveland signs we could, we checked into our hotel.
Then we rested up to get ready for the big day. Also, we painted our nails.
Yeah.
Can you tell these aren't professionally done? Your nails look good.
Thunderbolts and lightning! Lightning!
In typical Heather fashion, I woke up way too early.
Say what you've done.
In my defense, I thought that it was 6:45, and that's like a perfectly respectable time to wake up when you've got to do all the things that I wanted to do. And I wanted to make sure that we went to the tailgate, and I knew that we were going to be doing this. Okay.
It took a long time to do this.
Yeah. Look how long it took. Okay, that made it look a lot faster. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
But we also got distracted when we realized that we could see the players walking to their bus from our 17th story window.
Oh, God.
I can tell that's definitely Chad. I think these are the more people that work for the team. We had to watch that for a while.
Yeah.
So the place where the tailgate was happening was like a 24-minute walk. So that's like 48 minutes total. That's a long time to walk.
That is way longer than I feel like walking. Instead of walking 24 minutes to the tailgate, we decided to walk 24 seconds to Bagel Boulevard.
They got all the bomb bagels. So our first food wreck of the day is the bagels from Bagel Boulevard.
Bacon share? I'm gonna get plain schmear.
Because that's what you are.
I'm just a plain old schmear.
Dude, Justin, her.
Perfect. Justin. Go get it. Come on, Justin.
The bagels were really good.
Even Justin liked them.
Didn't you, Justin? I thought that was you farting. So after all that excitement, we made our way over to the stadium. It kind of took a while.
It's so hard to get to the stadium.
There's like one entrance.
You have to go all the way around. You can't just walk straight there.
Yeah.
You just want to get over there.
We haven't gotten any closer. We've already been walking for a while.
I'm so tired. Baby's tired.
You can't just go straight across. There's like a freeway in between you and the stadium. We walked through enemy territory, but nobody was too mean to us.
No.
Just the right amount of mean. What did you think of the stadium, Mary?
I like the Browns Stadium. It's set right next to Lake Erie, and it just looks like football, you know?
And this is what the inside of the stadium looks like.
I'm Justin Herbert. I'm Justin. Hello.
The inside of the stadium was pretty cool. And Little Herbie really liked it. Everybody really liked Little Herbie.
Yeah, go Chargers! Yeah! High five for Justin! Yeah! Yeah!
Little Herbie liked all the little high fives he got.
They actually attempted to be clever with the little food kiosk names.
Meat and Cleaver.
Chasing waterfalls, they stick to the rivers and the lake.
But not all of them made sense. Like the dog house.
Oh, cool. They don't have hot dogs.
Didn't even sell hot dogs. Guess what they sold? That's right, hot chocolate. Also, this one I didn't really get.
Neo pizza, like nepotism.
We're like neo-Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the heck is Neo Pizza?
You don't want to know.
Then we went to the inside of the stadium.
Okay, we're in section 105.
We watched the boys warming up.
Lad was doing this. I'm 50. We also saw Ty.
I spy a tie.
We were feeling pretty good about our front row view of the field proceedings.
My gosh, she looks so cool.
And then we felt pretty good about Mary getting to catch the ball.
From whoever that was.
Yeah, we still don't know who that is. Little did we know that Art had some cooler footballs in store for us. Little paper ones. Little paper ones that let you go onto the actual field.
I guess these are for us. Wow, I got the golden ticket. I got the golden twinkle in my eye. Pound it, Mary. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Thank you. Where's George?
It was a lot to take in.
Yeah. We kind of just like walked around for a while, kind of like. And then,
They got a football.
We did it! We did it! Who do you think you are, Mary? Are you someone important? Yeah.
Mary touched the turf.
Wow. Look at that turf!
We made some new friends, like this lady from Cleveland who really wanted to tell us about the one time she went to LA.
And then I go to Hollywood.
Nice.
The traffic on that 101.
Oh, it's horrible.
Bumper to bumper.
There's really no good ones.
That's even worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's bad.
LA traffic is
Yeah, it's
crazy.
gross.
It is.
Yeah, traffic sucks.
That's something we can all agree on. Don't get on the 101. Traffic's gonna be John. So we made some new friends, but we also made some new enemies.
No! Okay, go. No! I can do that too!
You can't win them all, you know?
Probably the highlight, though, was the amazing view we had. Oh my gosh!
Viewer discretion advised. Booty, 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 rock around.
Joey must have done something bad because it looks like he got in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I had to do that too when I was a kid in the grocery store.
Aww.
We've all been there, though. Guys, I don't know. There's just like so many fun things. It's like, I don't even know.
That's the bench they sit on right there.
We could see DJ Chark sitting on the bench. We got to see J.K. Scott kicking the balls into the net thing.
Yeah, that was scary. That's what players are diving into, trying to stop. That was terrifying.
Mary got to hold Justin in her hand.
Oh yeah, it's so real. So many balls.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like, is he actually in your hand?
We got to sing Stone Smart, the song of his people.
And fight for Delaware and win our victory!
And then we also got to see My Money Smith.
Oh my God, My Money Smith!
There goes my hero!
Stop.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's first time on the field, yeah, and it's Heather's birthday.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
This
Heather.
is my good luck sign. We've won 2 years on this
Brisket.
side.
Love it.
He wished me a happy birthday. And then he also apparently gave me a shout out on the radio broadcast because Dora texted and was like, Matt Money Smith just said happy birthday to you on the broadcast. I tried to show Alohi that we were wearing his shirt.
You're gonna get kicked out.
I give the field pass experience 2 thumbs up. So it was nice while it lasted. I would definitely recommend it.
So then we had to go to our stinky old seats.
Ugh.
Is there a T-Rex coming?
Oh, there is a T-Rex. There's the T-Rex! There is! Oh my gosh!
They were just in the front row. We had to. It's just the best place to have signs because you can hold it over the thing. You don't have to hold it in front of people. We were by the tunnel that the Chargers came in and out of, so that was nice.
We got to see some pretty cool things from our seats.
Chargers.
I love them.
I liked that stuff.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, so we saw a lot of cool stuff. We also saw some weird stuff.
Yeah.
What was up with them oven mitts? What was that for? And we see you, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. You're not hiding from us.
Yeah. Trying to scope out your competition. Were you scared?
Oh.
You should be.
We didn't try much in the way of stadium food.
We ate these. We brought those into the stadium.
We ate them in the stadium.
Yeah. One of the better Justin named food products.
Yeah. We also got a pretzel at halftime.
It's pretty soft. The consistency seems like it might be good.
Please follow the evacuation instructions to stadium.
There's a pretty good pretzel.
In the lower bowl. For those on a sleep or
That's nice and soft.
Another big highlight was when Alohi got the interception.
32! He the best! Yeah!
Very excited about that.
Yeah. And then we won.
So fun. Especially since we were by the tunnel. That meant we got to give a lot of shout outs to players as they ran by.
And we finally got to show Alohi we were wearing his shirt.
He like it.
He like it a lot.
Also, this happened.
Yeah.
Should I throw this at Justin? That's for you! That's for Justin! Oh no!
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me just explain what happened, okay? So a few weeks ago, great, wonderful fan of the year, Jen, got to talk to Justin Herbert, and she brought up Yeti or Not's little Herbie because, you know, Kristen has quite a few different people with receiving their little bolt, a picture with them and it. So it's very cool. But there's not one of Justin with a little Herbie. So Jen was like, hey, have you gotten a little Herbie? And he's like, no, I haven't gotten it yet. So when I see him walking over and I had my little Herbie, and then you hear me say to Mary,
Should I throw this at Justin?
like, is this my chance to help out Kristen? Like, I'm willing to sacrifice in this moment so that Justin can have a little Herbie. And then I make eye contact with him. I'm holding it up like this. And then he does this. That was like a wave, like throw it to me. Okay? That's what happened in my mind. So I chucked it at him. And he didn't catch it. And he didn't look like he wanted me to throw it at him at all. And I think he also does not like when people throw stuff at him. So then suddenly it went from him going, hey, throw it to me being one of those people that was just chucking stuff at Justin for no reason. Ugh.
That sucks for you.
I think he was just giving a wave of acknowledgement to the sign.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we did it. Hey, happy birthday. And we got you, you know. But that wave to me, when I was holding this in my hand like this, meant, yes, thank you for finally giving me one of these. I would love to take a picture with it and to tell Kristen thank you because she's a wonderful person and she makes wonderful things. That's what that wave meant to me. But it wouldn't be the first time that I misread Justin Herbert. But don't worry, we're going to end this segment on a high note because after we left the stadium, we ran into Christian and Peter, who are two huge Charger fans from Denmark. I made Christian laugh so hard that he fell over.
Oh no!
No, it just destroyed him because
What was your joke?
I wanted to learn how to say something in Danish, and so I said, like, how do you say go Chargers? And Christian was like, go Chargers. And I was like, no, like, how do you say charger in Danish? How do you say a phone charger? And he was like, omplala. And I'm like, okay. And then how do you say, like, go omplala? And then he was like, and then he just started laughing.
For 15 years, he actually thought of what the fuck does that actually mean?
It just clicked for him that that's the same word. He said he always thought it was referencing a horse, which it is as well, but it's the same word for, you know, what you plug into your phone to give it battery, and he just could not handle that.
And he laughed for 7 minutes straight.
Yeah.
You never I didn't even
And then they sang me a Danish happy birthday song.
Listen now and how we play well. Hey!
It doesn't get any better than that.
In the great words of Drew Carey and the random Browns fan that we passed.
Cleveland rocks! Cleveland's okay, huh?
And it does rock.
That's all for us on Brisket A-Broads.
We hope you enjoyed coming along on that crazy ride.
The next away game we're going to is the Chiefs game.
With you guys.
We'll see you there.
But we'll also see you at the Ravens game before that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
Brisket.
Seeing the little Herbie
just flying, land right at his feet. Oh my god, that was amazing, and so many levels.
I really want to go to Denmark now.
Yes,
I do too.
You got a knee slap out of him. That's awesome.
The realization of Charger. He had the perfect laugh.
Oh my god!
All these years. Well, what a fantastic trip, ladies.
That was so fun.
What an absolute blast. I mean, you got to go on the field. You got to see Matt Money Smith.
Yeah,
who wished you a happy birthday.
You saw
on the broadcast.
Popper?
You saw
Daniel,
Popper,
and you made a funny joke. You made a funny joke about asking about injury reports, and he said working through something. That's everything I hoped it would be.
It's the best, absolute best trip, and I'm so glad you guys had a great time. You come home with another win. That sign, I love that it looks like it's laminated, so protect it,
Keep it
at
safe.
all costs.
Oh,
Keep
you're
it
bringing,
around
it's
for
going
next
to be your
birthday.
birthday at any playoff game we go to from here on out. Just know that.
Yeah. It's going to be unbirthdays celebrated from here
We'll
on
celebrate
out.
half, quarter, eighth birthdays. We're doing them all.
Yes. So, ladies, thank you for a kick-ass, rockin' Brisket A-Broad segment. And now, folks, if you didn't think that was enough, it's time to go on to the longest segment of this show, Ask Boltfam. Yeah, wake up.
Wake up.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement. Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Bolt Fam. We start at the top with Big Red Bolts fan, who asked the question. Happy, happy fun times to be had by all, for we ran and passed and kicked the ball, as well as some ass as the Browns did crawl, to write out their feelings in a bathroom stall. It was great to hang with the special tens, both on Sunday on Zoom, then Sunday again, reacting to the game live with Wolldog and Kevin, so today I must say that I'm feeling quite zen. Here's my question, so answer it true. After yesterday's game, who's your boo? If you don't understand what I'm asking of you, which player most impressed you most, you foo? K love you bye, BTFU and FTR.
Well done yet again. Always impressing.
Yeah.
Always.
Never cease to
Always
amaze.
impressing. Big Red
Here's the bar.
Bolts,
Every time you hit it,
Raise,
you nail
raise,
it.
Raise,
10 out of 10.
And it was fun hanging out with you with the special tens on our Zoom.
It was,
hangout.
yes.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Yeah, our big. We did a live stream. Adam and I did a live stream on the last game. We talked about it in the instant, but that was wild. That was fun.
That was wild. Yes, we will do more of those in the future, and we will probably announce them in the future. But that was an absolute blast. But as far as who was our boo for this last game,
I got one.
Boo it up.
All right. Honestly, this guy, I know he was a little bit banged up last year, they said, but I think it points to our coaching staff last year not getting the most out of his players. And it's Deion Henley. The guy had 14 tackles on Sunday. That's 8 solo tackles, 14 total. He was all over the field, like everywhere. He almost had a pick that ended up being a pass deflection.
So close,
Dude, he was everywhere. And he's become the guy. Everyone was
He's got
Junior
the green
Colson.
dot.
Junior Colson. Yeah, everyone was like so hyped on Junior Colson being like the game changer at linebacker for us this year. 100% it's been Deion Henley all season.
Big time. Big time. Do you have a different boo there, Kev?
Yeah, I'm going to go Tarheeb still. I think he had an absolutely amazing game, had
Huge
an interception,
game
deflected one to Molden. Like he just,
1.5, as Coach Harbaugh said.
Him stepping up and being what he's been able to be for us, when we've had some players go down is like, this is going to be a question. Like when we get to Asante, do we bring him back on a big contract or are you good to go? Like,
I
what
don't
do you
know
do?
if you need to. Yeah. Like the way that Tarheeb and Cam both have been playing, you have guys on 5th round contracts for the next 3 years. It's like, why would you need to pay a guy 20 million a year to come back?
Yeah.
It sucks. I love Zont, but like when you look at the
problem to have,
what we need to build around, especially if we can somehow keep Jesse Minter for a couple more years.
Yeah, please.
My boo would have been Quentin Johnston, just having a hell of a game coming back from an injury, first game back, and just killing it out there. Huge catches, loving it. There you go, Big Red Bolts fan. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Kirk Massey.
Kirk,
who asked the question.
Fellas, 100% Bozeman would be Cujo, him flying in rabbit, just punishing that dude. The question is this: does this team remind you of any other team? I heard someone say this team reminds them of how Campbell built Detroit. For me, it reminds me of the 1992 Chargers. They were a tough, hard-nosed team, and they smacked the Chiefs, a.k.a. the Pillsbury Doughboys, in the playoffs after an 0-4 start and 0-2 against the Doughboys in the regular season. Kirk.
Well, now after the Chiefs won again, it's certainly shaping up to be that kind of a season where, I don't know, we might have to be facing the Pillsbury Doughboys in the playoffs here.
Yeah.
But the question being, does this team... Oh, and in regards to Bozeman, yes, that was a question last week on players that reminded us of horror movies that we did with Mr. Hefner.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Bozeman was Cujo.
That's a good call
for Kirk.
I like that. I like that a lot.
But does this team remind you of any other team?
It kind of makes me think. There's a team that was a pain in our ass for a little while there in the middle 2008, 9 or whatever. It was the Rex Ryan Jets. Like, we have a better offense, but their defense was always holding people to nothing. So that's kind of what this team reminds me of. Like, but we have Justin Herbert and not Sanchez. So I think that's the difference. But that's kind of what it reminds me of defensive wise. Where like you just couldn't score on them. Like you know, they keep all these games to absolutely nothing.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that.
And it's the most complete team, though. You know, it's like the year that we had the number one offense, number one defense, and dead last special teams. You know, like we've had those teams in the past as Charger fans, but this just feels the most complete. Like Sunday, like there's special teams with punt returns, JK's punts. Like I know Dicker missed a field goal and an extra point, but it felt like a complete game, and it just reminds me of most recently the Ravens. Like and of course it's John Harbaugh, but it's like they always have a tough defense, they have a good running game, and they beat you on special teams. Like they don't mess up. I guess even talking that through, it's like the Patriots when they went on their big runs. I'm not saying that we're the Patriots. We haven't won any Super Bowls. If anyone's listening to this and gets mad, I'm sorry.
Chill out.
Relax.
But like the structure of the team is that, you know, like really good defense, a good quarterback. I mean, Justin Herbert's incredible with an offense that can move the ball, and then your special teams and they win games for you. But yeah, it's not like any Charger team I can remember in the last 20 years. He went back 32 years to find a Charger team that it reminded him of.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's a couple teams there for you, Kirk. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Lexi M. Who asked the question. Hey, guys. Been a hot minute since I've submitted a question. Just wanted to shout out my nephew, Jamal Ligon, for setting the school record UTSA tackles 317. My only real question is, how quickly are you buying a jersey when we draft him next year? Anyway, FTR because K love you. Bye.
Let's go. 317 tackles.
That's crazy, Jamal.
That's a lot. You busy dude.
Yeah, that's a lot of tackling.
Yeah. As soon as the jersey's available, it's going in the shopping cart, Lexi. It's happening.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Yes. I hope we see him next year. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to B Jr., who asked the question. Kevin called it. Winston had 3 interceptions, and this defense still amazes. How crazy is it to still think about the 1-year turnaround and make believe Staley to pounding it down Minter? If we can keep this up all season, I think this defense needs a nickname. What would you guys name this defense? With our hard-hitting nature, so far I'm going with banging bolts. Bolt top kill of you, bye. We've talked about this a couple times about trying to come up with a nickname for this team. Banging bolts is a solid one. I do like that.
We had the Minter Meanies.
I like the Minter Meanies. That's my personal pick. Yeah. I know Ferdy is screaming right now. The Storm. he gets riled up when this question comes up. So he says that they already have a nickname, and it's the Storm. Not bad. I can get behind that.
I really don't have any. All it keeps coming back to me is like a wall, like something, the impenetrable wall. Like I don't know what it is. Like I need to riff on it some more. But
the
something
electric fence.
You just can't. Yeah, maybe
the electric chair, the death penalty.
Oh God, it's getting worse. The firing squad. Oh, the guillotine. No.
No, I got to work on this, but I'll stick with banging bolts.
Capital punishment.
Yeah. Out early on good behavior. All right, there you go. B Junior, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Ivan, who asked the question. Is it too early to get overly excited? Have we played good enough teams to justify the wins? In opinion, yes. Our defense is not blinked. Our offense is barely getting rolling. What do you fellas think?
Man, it's football. Get excited.
It's never too early.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we're so far into the season now. If you're not excited, I don't know what to, I can't help you.
I don't know what to do.
I was excited in the mini camp. You get excited. Have fun. Like, you win games. Get excited.
Own it, dude. We have the same amount of wins we did last year. We still got a whole half of a season to go. So get excited. This is a different football team than what we've had.
And I totally get it. We're Charger fans. You want to temper your expectations.
Gird your loins.
Yeah, you want to protect your feelings, but hey, just get excited. Just have some fun out there for Pete's sakes.
Yeah.
And this is a great time to be excited. Ivan, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Daryl21, who asked the question. Hey guys, just got finished watching your instant reaction and thoroughly enjoyed it and wish it was Tuesday already. Hoo-ha. I'm sold on what Coach Minter has done with this defense. We've gone from dead last to becoming a dominant and downright scary unit. Every single time we're on defense, I literally kick up my feet. Dang, even all 4 of my cats were passed out chilling. Hoo-ha. My question this week is for Coach, and it revolves around the second half offense. What in the world is happening in the second half? Hoo-ha. Is it a matter of teams adjusting to Roman's play calling or him becoming too reserved and protective? Thanks, guys. See you Tuesday. FTR, FTB, and FTC. K, love you. Bye. Hoo-ha. Directed at you there, Coach.
Yeah.
The hell is going on in the second half? What are we doing?
I think there is a little bit of, I don't know if it's Greg Roman being the reason why it gets a little bit more conservative. I think Justin is a very naturally conservative quarterback. Like he doesn't put balls in bad spots. He has 1 interception on the year. Yeah. So I think he goes into the second half, especially when you have a 20-3 lead. He goes, I just need to not blow this. Like if I just don't give them extra opportunities, our defense is so good that they can't beat us. So I think there's a little bit in play calling. I'm sure they're running the ball a little bit more, throwing those underneath routes. And Justin holding on to the ball a little bit longer because he's not going to just force something, and he'll take the sack and be like, hey, that clock's running every time I get sacked. It's better than forcing something and getting a turnover. So I think there's a little bit of both going on there. It's when you get into those close games that you can see if we're just like, if the other team's making adjustments and we're not adjusting back. But the last 2 weeks we've had such like deep, good leads that we could kind of run the clock out. So I think we do get a little bit conservative for sure, but I think a lot of that's Justin. So I think it'll be interesting to see when we play some of these tougher teams here coming up, where it's going to be close in the second half and you got to score points to win. Let's see what Justin does in those situations.
Excellent. There you go, Daryl. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Marco DeLeo, who asked the question. Happy for the win. What's happening with Dicker the Kicker? Oh boy, is he injured and we don't know? Also, how do you guys feel about the second half of the game? I think we only had 70-ish total yards. Oh, that won't fly versus great teams. Can't love you, bye. Oh boy.
Weird outlier Dicker the Kicker game. I don't know what it is. Very weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the extra points. It's weird.
He's missed
and then,
3 of those now, right?
Yeah, and then to miss a field goal at the 44-yard field goal, it's like, yeesh.
I listened to Matt Money Smith does like an instant reaction, and they posted on the Believe podcast network. But he was talking about, he's like really into kickers. I don't know what it is about that guy. He like loves punters and kickers, and he like studies them in the offseason for the draft. It's like his thing. Okay. But he said he saw Dicker in the lobby going to the game like 8 o'clock in the morning, way before anyone else. And he was talking to him, and he was saying like, this is your first time kicking in Cleveland, huh? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, and Dicker was like, yeah, I heard it's really weird out there. Like, it's just different. It's a weird stadium. So I don't know. I'm not a kicker. I have no idea. I don't know if it's because they're right there on the lake, the winds are weird, or the grass is weird, or I don't know what it might be. But I mean, Dustin Hopkins shanked one too. Like, it wasn't just Dicker. I think maybe there's something weird about that stadium that's tough to kick in for whatever reason. I'm not giving him an excuse, but definitely an outlier. If there was an excuse to be had, because he's normally nails.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Marco, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Ulysses Pineda Fong, who asked the question.
I would like to announce that just like the Cleveland Browns, I have also dropped some Browns into my toilet. They looked almost the same. Adam Rankin sucked my butt with all his absurd game picks. He deserves to be the last one on the human centipede sucking everyone's butts.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, that's enough. I apologize. That garbage time TD made me slightly soft, but not all the way. Our defense was so dominant that I found myself getting greedy. Jesse Minter is a godsend, and we really got to hold him hostage so he never leaves us. Please, sweet baby Jesse, never leave us. Wolfgang Puck will feed you whatever you want. Now to my question. Do you think Myles Garrett is just that good? Because what in the actual man? He low-key just manhandled 2 all-pro level tackles for a portion of the game. Honestly, hats off to him. What a freaking monster. Gotta give our coaching staff credit in limiting him to the rest of the game. I thought that he was gonna have 6 sacks by game's end. I shall end with this. The Raiders are just a poverty franchise, man. I take so much joy in laughing at their failures. They can really suck all the butts. Bolt the up, everyone. Ah!
That was a wild one.
That ended.
I love it.
on a high note, I guess. Yeah, dude, Myles Garrett, man, the back-to-back sacks, and then like got another sack, I think, on the next drive or something like that. And against Slater and Alt, it was just like, whoa, wait a minute, this is not.
And they were a little bull rushy. So he's just one of the best in the entire league.
You just got to hats off to him. He is that good.
He's just that dude.
He's a Pro Bowl level, probably all pro team pass rusher. He's the best thing on that team right
big
now.
Time.
So
yeah, he's so good.
If you're going to give hats off to anybody, you got to give it off to Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're definitely got to hold on to Jesse Minter, please. There has to be some kind of deal made. I don't care whose blood you have to sign with. Just keep him in the team, please.
Imagine at least one more year with him. Just 2. Yeah. Just give us 2. Continue what you're doing this year, next year, and then. Yeah.
We saw what happened with a young coach that had one good season as a DC and then tries to become a head coach.
Do not even try and compare Minter to Staley. How dare you?
Wait, but why?
Staley had a great defense.
He was the defensive coordinator, the number 1 defense in the league.
I don't like the idea of comparing the name Staley to Minter. It's more of a conceptual thing than an actual thing. I just don't like it. Yeah, you're stupid. I can be stupid if I want.
My point is he shouldn't go become a head coach because it didn't go well for Brandon Staley. Just stay where you're at. You're good.
Yeah.
Well, people are going to be desperate for our defense when it's all said and done.
Well, they can deal with it. He's ours. I'm keeping him. I'm doing the ET thing. I'm keeping him.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's happening.
Elliot.
Ulysses Pineda Fong, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Andrew Ramsey, who asked the question.
Hey, what's up, my buddies? Number 1, name one other team who has been down both of their starting cornerbacks and still had their defense in the top 5 or 10. Oh, wait. Number 2, what is the ceiling for Cam Hart and Taheeb? Does this mean goodbye to ASJ in the offseason? And could we possibly never see him again this season?
We are on the same page because we brought that up earlier. That's for sure.
I don't.
Because he's on a contract year, dude. You're gonna have to pay him,
right? Yeah. But when he says not see him again this season,
meaning like has he been
like
outplayed?
Him?
No, like have Taheeb and Cam outplayed him. Like even if he's healthy,
he won't sniff the field again.
I don't know.
But are we playing better with or without him? Do you mess that up?
He played this season.
I know, but are we doing better with these guys as opposed to that? Because Fulton's out as well.
I honestly always thought ASJ was a better slot corner. He like his size and his build and his speed and quickness. He made more sense as a nickel guy than an outside over a 6'4" wide receiver, like an X or a Z. So I think you can get creative and move guys around. And he was going to get on the field. The guys, we're talking about him like he's some bum. Like he was our best corner coming into the season. So he'll get on the field for sure. But you may see more exotic packages where you get certain guys in for very specific, like this guy's really good this week against this. This is a good matchup for ASJ, or hey, this is a great matchup for Taheeb. Let's get him in there more this week. So it just gives you more freedom the more guys you have. I don't think it's either or. I think it can be both and.
I think that's what Derwin said is like we're deep as As what? What was he say? Deep as shit?
Deep
as
ass
hell?
team.
Deep ass team? Yeah, something like that. Deep as shit.
Deep as shit, boy. And yeah, I can't name another team that's been down both their starting cornerbacks and still been a top defense.
No, it doesn't
Top
take any.
5 or 10.
It shouldn't happen. This shouldn't be happening.
This shouldn't be happening.
It shouldn't be happening.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Mr. Ramsey. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Shamelessly Positive Ryan, and shout out to Herbo Dog, going with Shamelessly Positive Ryan on this one, who asked the question. Outside of a trade, what do you think the Bolts can do to help the interior O-line? It might be okay versus the Browns, but it won't be versus better teams or in the playoffs. Okay, love you, bye, and Bolt up.
I don't know, man. Like, which guard do you see being the biggest problem at this point? I think that's the better question.
Dude, I don't know.
There's one name I want to say, but I don't think it's that guy. I think it's the other guy.
I don't think it's Pipkins either. I think it's
Zion's just he always seems like he's bending at the waist. He's leaning forward. He's out of position.
His feet are just stuck in the ground.
He's just not. He's not.
Scott Matlock. I'm calling it. That's the solution.
Scott Matlock guard.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. Sure.
Why not?
Why not?
Guy can do everything.
But the question is, you make a trade.
quarterback.
I think that would be the most interesting thing when you're listening to this, and it probably didn't happen. But a train, was it Scherf who was with who?
Jacksonville,
Yeah, like there's some guys out there on teams I'm sure we could go get. But then who do you flip out? It kind of puts you in a weird situation where you gotta, you're bringing somebody in for a problem, and then I don't know if you're creating more problems by doing that within the dynamic of the offensive line, because they're not playing well in the middle, but it does take some time to get cohesive and work together and learn each other's tendencies. They just are not on the same page with pickups with these twists, kind of stunts and stuff in the middle. So hopefully they just figure it out.
So, but outside of a trade, yeah, I guess just putting Matlock in as
you got Sawyer, you got McFadden, you got some guys on there. Like it just, if it becomes a real problem and it continues to be, you're gonna have to make a decision on that.
Right. We'll see what they do. Seamus the Positive Ryan and Herbo Dog, thank you guys for asking the question. Let's move on now to Mark Busnelli Jr., who asked the question. Hello, my sexy boys. Oh la la, what a great feeling it is to be moving and grooving like our stiff Stelladias, stifling opposing offenses. Oh, me likey. What I don't like is so much our online tackle play. How worried should we be? Was it just a fluke playing one of the best edges in the game, or does it warrant more scrutiny? Thanks for all you do, and board the F up, you beautiful lads. It's Myles Garrett.
Zero concern for our tackles. Yeah, absolutely zero.
It's Myles
Below
Garrett.
Zero.
Yeah.
I have negative concerns.
There's other concerns that are making me feel better about, because
in fact,
that
I feel
one's a
great.
negative. Yeah, we're working the deficit
because
here.
they're so good. Yeah, I feel less bad about the interior linemen.
I'm going to
because they're
Disneyland. You just got to chalk it up to Myles Garrett. He's just one of the best in the biz, and they've been great up to this point. I mean, like, we're talking like Max Crosby, we're talking TJ Watt, we're talking like other great guys, and the tackles have been doing great. It's just Myles Garrett got some. He's Myles Garrett. What else can you say about him? So
it's pretty much
incredible. He's going to beat you a couple times.
The last question is where we feel it. You feel it in the interior, and they just need to figure that out. But these tackles are fine.
Yeah, tackles are good. Mark Busnelli Jr., thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move on now to Mr. Pekar, who asked the question. While I am sure everyone is going to come out and shoot their love off our Mentor's massive D, that is number one at the halfway point, I want to tout our wide receivers. My boy QJ coming back with a vengeance. He is wide receiver one when he's on the field, making some amazing catch and runs, especially that dime from Herbert over the shoulder to QJ for a TD. That freaking La-D-D with the sure hands over the middle, and the ever-present Palmer running some extra crispy routes. Honorable mention of Darius the Dominator Davis on special teams, dominating those returns, and J.K. the Derrigan Dobbins proving the naysayers wrong. My question, if you were trapped on the second floor of a burning building, who would you
who would you from the Chargers want to catch your baby, human or cat? And B, who throughout the entire NFL would you want to break your fall? No repeats, please. FTR, Super Mighty Balls, BTF, you can't love it back.
All right. Shouting out the wide receivers.
Yeah.
Matt McConkey.
So we're on a burning building, second floor. We're trapped.
Your youngest, the baby.
You're throwing your baby.
Yeah. That's the most sure-handed guy
more
on the
of a
team.
soft
That's what I'm
drop.
thinking right away.
Yeah, more of a soft drop.
You're not dropping back?
I don't want to make it extra hard for him. But yeah, I feel like I want to double down on this dude again because his hands have gotten real good. I trust QJ with my baby.
You're a liar. You're such a liar.
QJ,
and that's it.
Catch my baby.
There's no way you're letting
QJ
Quentin Johnson catch your baby.
Catch my baby. And guess what, Scott Matlock? I'm coming, baby. Catch me.
I would rather have Jim Harbaugh catching my baby than Quentin Johnson, I think.
No, how dare you? He caught a touchdown. He's great. Don't you stop it. Cut it out. He's perfect.
I'm sorry, but the track record is not good enough for my baby's life.
Callum's going to be safe.
Your kid has a really hard head. He's probably fine.
Dude. I saw him today.
I love that made you think of something.
So he was on the counter. He crawled up there to get something. And then he's like, "Hey, Dad, wee!" And he jumped off of it. It wasn't like getting down. He like jumps out and up and then lands like a superhero. And he's like, "I'm okay." It was awesome. That's all I could think about when you said that. I was like, "Holy shit, dude, that is very unconventional. This is like not caring for your well-being whatsoever." So I'm proud of him.
All right. So Kyle's throwing his baby to Ladidi. You're throwing it to QJ.
Yeah. Suck my butt.
And I'm going to throw it. I'm throwing my cat to. I'm going to throw it to Rashawn Slater because I know he's got pets. And I know he would handle my baby
You'd
with
give
care.
effort.
Yeah, he would put forth the extra effort. He's not going to be like, what is the cat? They land on their feet. They're fine.
Well, the problem is cat will come at you with claws trying to scratch onto something. Our kids are just going to be like noodles just floating and soft landing.
He'll swim move those claws. Yeah. But as far as breaking our fall, you're saying Scott Matlock, Kev?
Catch me.
Give me Tier Tart. Give me that big
well, it's throughout the entire NFL. I'm going butt first into Patrick Mahomes. I'm surprised you guys aren't like,
oh, that's good. I didn't think of myself as a weapon. I thought who was going to break my fall the most.
No, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
All right, I want Aaron Rodgers then.
There we go. That's the answers I'm looking for.
I know he doesn't want doubled up, but Adam, and if you and I both jumped onto Patrick Mahomes, that would be over.
Double team.
We're winning this division.
Yeah. No, they'd throw a flag, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he'd have to get helped up and walk off, but I'm sure he'd come back later.
Then he'd come back in the next drive.
Yeah, he'd come back later.
All right, there you go, Mr. Pekar. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Danielle Dawn to ask the question.
Fine, sirs. With Simi leaving in a sling last night and Rice on IR, is it now more likely that we trade for a wide receiver before Tuesday's deadline? I was thinking we would go with the tight end, but maybe the forecast has changed. We need that tiny offensive bump, and I think KC will fall. K, love you, bye.
Yeah.
Good question.
Great question. I definitely think the tight end, as far as like Njoku being it, they've already kind of said like that's not on the table.
Yeah. And he's been on my fantasy team and he's hurt a lot, so he doesn't play very much. So I'm not walking into that
Kevin
with
is
arms wide
right
open.
now.
Yeah, it's fine. I found a backup, but he wasn't worth the draft capital I spent on him.
Sure.
We want to talk about draft capital. Let's talk Christian McCaffrey's stupid, lazy butt just sitting around doing nothing.
They finally
how's that
taking
first pick for you now?
Well, they
might be back this week though. I'm excited.
They might be. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a great point. You know, Simi Fehoko. Have they announced if he's going to IR? I haven't seen like an announcement yet, but there's a good chance that might be the case.
Yeah.
We also saw Brendan
elbow,
Rice.
right?
Yeah. We saw Brendan Rice went to IR earlier this week. So the room that we thought had a ton of depth in is slowly kind of whittling down. We did get Jalen Reagor. So there is some depth there, but it would make sense that they go more for a wide receiver if they were to go for a trade.
I see people talking about T. Higgins.
Higgins is floating around,
which would be wild before our primetime game with them.
That would be
That'd be
funny
fun.
if it happened right before.
Yeah. But it's almost like DJ Chark is setting himself up to be our trade deadline acquisition because he hasn't played yet this season. He's going to be brand new right after the trade deadline. So,
yeah,
I mean, look at it like that. If we don't pick up anyone, and you'll know that by the time this episode comes out, DJ Chark was our awesome trade deadline acquisition.
Yeah,
there you go.
Just lie to yourself.
Just
It'll
trick
be fine.
yourself.
Yeah.
Lie to yourself.
It always turns out okay.
That always works.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go. Danielle Don, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to House of Hain, who asked the question.
I say, good on the boys for the win. I say RD whipped out the D and slapped the Browns across the face with it. Love to see that. We could possibly take down the Browns tight end or pull a guard from Jacksonville. I say, what say you? FTR, FTB, and FTC. I say, kid, love you, bye.
All right. Well, we already mentioned Njoku is off the table. Trading for a guard.
That's
It
the one
makes
I'm most
sense.
interested in, honestly.
It makes sense. It's just you're not definitely, but you're possibly taking on the contract with that as well. And
you're
I know
probably
we've
not
got some money to spend, but it's not a ton.
You're probably not giving up a huge draft pick for it either. I can't imagine. So I don't know. That's the only one that's screaming to me. Tight end. I don't know. I just don't see the other ones happening for whatever reason. I don't.
If it wasn't about the money or the draft capital, what do you think is a bigger position of need, tight end or guard?
Guard. For me, right? At this very current moment, it's guard.
Yeah, if you're not taking the money in the trade.
Guard or center, honestly. Like, I love Bozeman. I love what he did last week in protecting our guy, but
He's the captain. There's no way he's not going to be
there's no way
until he gets here. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to say interior, like a guard, but tight end, I know that every great elite offense has an incredible tight end.
Yes.
Like, it just happens. And our tight ends are good. They're good, serviceable. Disley has been doing a good job, but he has dropped a couple of really big balls.
Yeah.
And I just think that having that like elite pass catching tight end could be a big game changer for our offensive attack. But I don't know. I think it's right there for me. Either or. If we get a tight end or a guard, I'd be pumped.
There you go. House of Hain, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move on now to Joseph, who asked the question. Who do you want to trade for?
Your mom.
Oh, Joseph, he didn't mean it.
Came to my head. I'm sorry, Joseph.
It's a blunt question with a blunt answer.
We've just had so many trade talks already.
Sorry, Joseph.
Sorry, Joseph. Not all respect.
Not really.
Your mom.
Unless
All
she's
respect
great
to
in
your
the guard, in which case I think
Your mom's a guard. Send her over.
She's an all-pro guard. We'll have her.
Yeah,
Let's
she got
talk.
good hands. She weighed 260. Bring her over.
Final answer.
The one that I would love to trade for, but there's just been no rumblings in any way, shape, or form is Hunter Henry. I think bringing Hunter Henry back would just be
so sick.
amazing. That
Who
would be
do I want? Anything's on the table.
Yeah.
sure.
Like, we could force their hand and make them do it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
let's have fun
do
with
that.
it.
Tyreek Hill.
We've all done the other one.
Tyreek Hill. 100%. You put Tyreek Hill in this offense, we're unstoppable.
And look out. Yeah.
But he's so annoying. I think he would
I
just
get
fill the
it.
locker room.
I get it. He's gonna suck. He's gonna be a problem. But he's so perfect.
Have you thought about
Yeah.
if you could have anybody, Kyle, would you trade for?
Trying to think through everyone in the whole entire NFL.
Think of everybody's roster.
Myles Garrett. Get him.
Honestly, well, I would take Myles Garrett.
But imagine that rotation. We're gonna go from 12.6 to 3.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah, I don't know. Hunter Henry. I really want Hunter Henry. I don't think it's gonna happen, but
I don't either. But that would be fun to see. So we'll find out. While you're listening to this, Joseph, we'll probably know. But thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to the K-Man, who asked the question.
Bosa playing only 24% of total possible snaps versus the Browns is pathetic. He needs to retire and end the team's and fans' weekly agony. He should be set for life, so he most likely does not need any more money. Should the team let him loose?
Nah. Not yet.
If you're going to do anything, you're going to trade him when you're listening to this, but he's not going to get traded. He's injury prone and you're not going to get very much for him. I think you just let him ease him. The 24% sucks, but he's working his way back up and he tweaked himself in that game last week. We all saw that.
Right.
So it is what it is. Maybe this is the farewell season for him, and hopefully he can turn up and do something for us at the end of the season / playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, it might come the end of the season and might be like, thank God we have Bosa. Thank God we held on to him. Yeah, finally. He's healthy. Let's go. So, yeah, let's hold on to him just a little bit longer there, K-Man. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Zachary Shelton, who asked the question.
Besides Herbert, who is your favorite player on the team? Mine are based on personality alone, and for me, it's Derwin James and Cameron Dicker.
All right. Favorite player on the team?
Not Justin Herbert.
Yeah, we'll take that off the table because
besides
I could see Kevin, his lips were about to say Justin Herbert.
I'll go first. I'm gonna go with Khalil Mack. I just think that he's like I don't think he gets enough praise for what he does. It's not like always 3 sacks a game. But he's always our top graded defender and most of the time player of the game, every single game. He's so consistent. We've had that Joey Bosa pass rusher that doesn't play, and Khalil Mack is the exact opposite. Like he plays through all the owies. He never misses a game. And he's always doing his job. He's great against the run. He's great against the pass. He's an incredible teammate. Like the stories of the way he talks about Thule and like the leadership that he has on that team, the way that Jesse Minter and Jim Harbaugh talk about him, it's awesome. Like that's what you want to see. That's why the idea of Tyreek Hill grosses me out, because you have guys that are creating this awesome. I would love him on the team. If you want to come, Tyreek, come. But you have guys like Khalil and Derwin and Justin. They are high character guys that still
super
kill on the football field too. You know, yeah. So Khalil Mack's final answer.
There you go. It's a good one. Do you have one, Kevin?
I'll just do it because he's taking care of my guy. I'll go Rashawn Slater. He's not the most outgoing. He has good interviews and he's blunt, which is fun. But yeah, I'll go with him just because he protects Justin.
Very nice. I'll have a 1A and a 1B. For a guy that's stepping up this year and just wearing the green dot and killing it, Deion Henley.
He's
I love
fun
seeing,
too.
He's absolutely a blast. Yeah. Great Twitter and great following him, and I love that he's stepping up into that, and they're giving him that opportunity to be that leader on the defense and calling the plays. But my 1B would be Scott Matlock, because love
Scotty M.
Just love the way that they're utilizing Scott Matlock. Love that they brought him in on that interview with Harbaugh when he was sitting down with JJ Watt. It was like supposed to be an interview with just Jim Harbaugh, but then he's like, let's bring Ben Herbert and Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa and Scott Matlock. Everybody, let's get some chairs over here. Let's sit down. And
like Scott Matlock's on the same level as Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
But I mean, but honestly, like, it is crazy that they are utilizing him in every facet of this football team, to the point that it's really quite impressive. He's being effective. It's not just like, I guess I'll go out and do special teams. It's just like he couldn't be happier to be doing all of that. So I love that for him. So there you go. Zachary Shelton. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move on now to Athair Kader.
Kader.
Who asked the question?
Judge and champ, my boys! I love you all equally, baby! Adam Rake is this. He is the Bears fans last year. We kicked their ass, it's so fun. He hates us ever since then. That is the story, baby. First question. The Super Bowl in San Francisco, which I predict the Bolts are in, baby. Pick the uniform combo you'd love to see the Bolts wear, baby. Second question. We win the coin toss. Do you want Herbert on the field first or go defense, baby? We always start with my lovely Coach Kyle, followed by my silly and good friend Kevin, and last, my love, my heart, my life, Bulldog, baby. Okay, love you, bye, baby.
I love happy, excited Athair. There's nothing quite like it. The all caps.
Silly.
It's something about the all caps Athair. I love it, man. I love it.
Always bringing the energy.
Always.
All right, first question, Super Bowl. Chargers are in it. What uniform combo they wearing?
Powder and gold.
Yeah,
blue
powder
and
gold. Yeah, same page.
I think it's just a classic. Like that's our team.
That's the look.
Yeah.
Don't change a thing.
Don't do it.
And then if they win the coin toss, offense first or defense first?
Give me defense.
Give me capital punishment.
Yeah, they're
Right off
they're
the
not
bat.
getting anything. We'll start with the ball the
Give me
second
capital
half. Yeah, capital punishment to start the game.
Yeah. I'm all for
I think
that.
it's a death sentence right off the bat.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would take either way, but yeah, I'll take defense going out there first. It's always good to get the ball start the second half.
Dead
Just in
team
general.
walking.
Yeah, team walking. So there you go. Athir Kadir, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Friar Bolt, who asked the question.
Hell yeah, boys. That was a dominating performance by our defense and also the offense, not to mention the huge return from Davis. I think we are now starting to figure things out, which could be dangerous for the league. Do you feel like the playoffs are now attainable?
I don't know. Something like it clicked in my brain. How stupid and funny that
It's
is.
stupid. That's for
I
sure.
love it so much.
Playoffs.
Yeah, we
Are
have.
they attainable?
Yes,
Of course.
but this
70,
defense,
77% chance.
this
Yeah.
defense, and Justin Herbert, the playoffs are 100% within our grasp.
Yeah. It'd be nice if the Chiefs lost a game or two here, but we can do that on December 8th, I think.
Yeah, we just need them.
give them
They
one
need
of
to
them.
lose. We need to beat them. They need to lose 2 more. Is that going to happen? I'm not sure.
Tune in later. to find out.
Tune into future episodes.
But yeah, absolutely attainable there, Friar Bolt. We are heading in the right direction. Thank you for asking the question. And we go out of Ask Boltfam with Tony Francis,
Tony,
who asked the question.
Listen up, soldiers. The Chargers fucking smoked the Browns on Sunday, and man, did it feel great. At no point was I ever worried we were going to lose, and that was something I haven't felt since the Schottenheimer days. My first question is directed at you, Coach. What the heck is going on with Dicker's extra points attempts? He missed 2 in 2 weeks, and that's very odd for him. Also, what do you think is his max field goal length he's capable of making? My next question is directed at you, Kev. After last Friday's episode, I'm dying to know how many licks it takes to get to a center of a Tootsie Pop. You said that they are your favorite, so I'm sure you got plenty of research. Also, how pissed are you that Nathan Shepard didn't get suspended any games after last week's dirty hit on Herbert? My last question is directed at you, Wolldog. Do you think we have a good chance at winning the division? The Chiefs play the Broncos, Bills, and Raiders over the next 3 games. We play the Titans, Bengals, and Ravens. Thoughts? F*** the Raiders, burn the kingdom, kick the donkeys. F*** you, Nathan Shepard. It sucked my butt.
very good.
I was going out on a screamer.
Kyle's up.
But yeah, starting with Kyle. What the heck is up with Dicker?
Dicker like kicker.
Maybe Dicker's just a very compassionate person and he feels bad for the other team. The whole time I'm watching the game, my wife feels bad for the other team when they get down too much or they miss a big play. And Dicker's like, man, this is getting out of hand. If I make this PAT and this field goal, they're going to feel bad. They're not going to want to play next week. So he just, a little, No, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not worried about it. I think it's something that'll get fixed. I think a couple weeks ago he talked about a change in his approach, and we were all like, "Oh God, it's so much better." There's like it's so smooth, and there's less curve to the ball, and so maybe it's just a little kink that he's working out. I don't really know. Like kicking was never in high school football. I avoided kicking like it was the plague. We did onside kicks. We never kicked a field goal. We were going for it on every 4th down. So I never specialized in any type of kicking. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
And then what do you think his max field goal length he's capable of making?
Oh, I mean, when he's got
Made
plenty
a
of extra
59
every
yarder.
time. And he had plenty of extra. Like he had some extra on there.
Yeah.
So I'd say perfect situation in Denver. Give me 65.
Oof.
Utah, 65.
Utah, give me 65. Do you think Dustin Hopkins was on the sideline too, going like, "You son of a bitch, I had that job, you mother,"
wringing his hands? Yeah.
All right, Kev.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Go.
Can't tell you. I'm a biter. I never really
I'm
commit.
a biter.
Cannot commit long
Doesn't have the
enough.
patience for that.
I'm a biter, not a licker.
I'll spend some time licking it. I'll take some time, but then I get impatient. So I'd say maybe a couple hundred, but I only get to about 20 and then I bite it.
And then you get bored.
I get bitey.
And yeah, dude, Nathan Shepard, we didn't talk about that, but dude got like a $12,000 fine or something like that, but no suspensions or anything.
This is one of those things where I wish football could kind of be like baseball, where we could have a series with this team, so our offensive line could just go pick on them and treat them like shit, like pitchers just throwing at guys for being dicks. Yeah. Like, I wish this could happen for us, but it's not baseball; it's football.
Doesn't it kind of feel like a suspension or like a penalty to play for the Saints right now? Like, no, you don't get a game off. Get out there and get
they just fired their head
That's
coach.
your penalty.
Yeah. Just fire their head coach. It's wild.
Yeah.
I did also see
the Panthers.
I know, to the Panthers, man, to the team that they won earlier in the season, like beat them handedly. And it was just like, oh,
and they had Derek Carr back too,
dude.
And Derek Carr got Olave laid out.
The stat on Derek Carr, if he loses to the Raiders, I think he is lost to every team.
He's the only quarterback
ever
to have ever done that.
Yeah.
Now I have a reason to root for the Raiders.
I'm not rooting for the Raiders, but if it happens,
you know what?
It'd be pretty freaking funny.
No, I'm not rooting.
No,
for
actually,
the Raiders.
you know what? I take it back. I don't want him to lose to the Raiders. I want the Raiders to be the only team that can't beat him, because he could never win for them, and they can't beat him.
That's true. That's a
makes
better
it
way to look at
even
it.
worse.
Genius.
Yeah.
Sorry, I needed to think about it, get really dark, and then
go
there it
Saints.
is.
Yeah.
Psychologically, how can we hurt them the most? Not being able to beat Derek Carr.
You guys suck so bad. You can't even beat Derek Carr. Everyone
Can't even
beats
beat Derek Carr.
Everyone does.
This
it.
isn't
What do you say?
everybody.
You guys suck.
All right. And then do we have a chance of winning the division? There's always a chance. We're only halfway through the season right
We're gonna
now.
need some freaking help though, because they're not good, but they're winning everything. Like
They're winning by the skin of their teeth.
One score.
Their
Every
defense
single game
good,
is a
but
one-score game.
He's not. He's just. Yeah, I don't know. I would say if we could play them 3 more times, maybe very good chance.
Yeah,
but we'll see. We're being not forced, but we're going to the Chiefs Broncos game, so maybe our presence will throw a kink in that whole thing.
We'll just be silently going, miss.
Are you guys gonna wear Charger jerseys?
Yeah. I'll be that weird guy wearing a jersey to a game that the team's not there.
The Chiefs Broncos game.
Yeah.
Everyone
Only
hates
those
you.
guys. Yeah. No, they'll hate
our
us for
game's
sure.
on later when I'm not going to have my jersey on.
Absolutely, everyone in that whole stadium hates you. You can be guaranteed.
I'll be sitting on my chair like this.
We'll be running into the box, being like, Randy, let us in.
Randy, unlock.
Yeah, because I think there's always a chance to win the division. I don't think it's happening in these next 3 games. I mean, Broncos and Bills could give them a run for their money. Raiders aren't going to do that. No. But for us, Titans, Bengals, Ravens, I mean, Titans and Bengals, we could absolutely win. And Ravens, I think we can too.
It's going to be a battle of the brothers.
It's going to be a huge battle, and I can't wait to be there for it.
Yeah.
So I think we can win. I just don't think it's going to be in these next 3 games. But if the Broncos or Bills could take the freaking Chiefs down a peg or 2,
yeah,
dude,
that'd be
so
freaking
much can
sick.
happen. You have you have to stay healthy. If one guy goes down, it could change everything. So there's always a chance. There's still 9 games left. Like, there's still so much football to be played.
Exactly. So there you go. Tony Francis, thank you for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions and Ask Boltfam. We greatly appreciate it. But that's going to do it for this episode of Charger Chat. Any final thoughts there, gentlemen?
No, not really. I'm feeling good about this. I'm curious if we're going to trade anyone. You guys are going to know before us. So when you're listening to
congrats.
this, you'll be like, you guys are dumb. Like,
You silly bitches. You didn't think about this guy.
Yeah. Never said we weren't dumb or silly bitches. That's what we are.
That's the name of the game here at the Charger Chats. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Are you tired of pools that are just shallow? Looking for something with more depth? Introducing Minter's Deep Ass Pools, the only pool company brave enough to go deeper so you don't have to. Ready to make waves? Dive deeper, go bigger. Call Minter's Deep Ass Pools today, and we'll dig you a hole you'll never want to climb out of.